What is up, everybody? It's Verse TV here today, and we have to talk about this new statement from Jim Ryan about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. Apparently, this guy is still butthurt about Microsoft having pretty much to the point of acquiring Activision Blizzard at this point. Like we heard about this like at least like around a month or two ago, but now this guy is still complaining. It seems, and now you made a new statement, pretty much saying Microsoft Call of Duty offer was inadequate on many levels. Microsoft apparently offered to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for three more years beyond the current agreement. And so he is whining about that, saying it is super unfair that Call of Duty has a limited time frame to be on PlayStation. I was like, really? You know how many games are not on Xbox right now? The Final Fantasy series, the mainline ones, sure we get some spin-offs and some second-hand ones you don't really think about, but the main ones we aren't getting on Xbox. Spider-Man, Wolverine, we're not getting those on Xbox. A Street Fighter for one time period, we didn't get that on Xbox. So it is like, what is with this wine fest? That the CEO, the head of Sony right now, is complaining like a little baby that Call of Duty might not be on PlayStation anymore. Now, Phil Spencer did say that, hey, for a certain amount of time, it's going to be on PlayStation to be multi-plat. But beyond that, it can change, and I don't see what the big deal is. It's like, why are they so whiny? But I know, maybe because their exclusives aren't selling like that, and their big moneymaker is Call of Duty. That has to be pretty sad when the CEO doesn't have too much faith in all these different first party exclusive titles that Sony fanboys brag about. He knows those aren't the big money, but Call of Duty is. It's just so mind boggling that you got these CEOs really whining and crying that this game, Call of Duty, might not be a PlayStation. It's a PlayStation multi-platform any longer. It might be an Xbox exclusive platform game at this point. So just craziness right here. It's like, imagine if Phil Spencer just started this wine fest about how many games exclusive games of PlayStation that we can't get on Xbox. It would be ridiculous. But let's see what people have to say about this. If Phil Spencer truly cares about all gamers, he should keep it on PlayStation. Be the bigger man. But Jim Ryan not gonna do the same with those exclusive PlayStation games. It's not going to Xbox, so he doesn't have to do the same. But Phil Spencer should be the bigger man to put those on PlayStation after the agreement ends. I was like, the mindset of these Sony fanboys are it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Then this guy says, "F that, PlayStation don't care about all gamers." So a total of 6 or more years of Call of Duty on PlayStation isn't enough when Microsoft is the one making the $69.8 billion investment. Yeah. Jim Ryan sounding shook and desperate as F. He definitely sounds desperate and shook. He is terrified of Call of Duty not being associated with PlayStation anymore. It's like, geez. I think he will literally just ship all those exclusives down a river to save Call of Duty at this point. Like, this is how crazy this thing is going. I keep saying it permanently on PlayStation, just make it $80. No one is getting left behind, and there's still a little wiggle room to be petty as F with a bunch of crybabies. Yeah. Then he says Phil Spencer was speaking through his teeth the entire time. Shocking. 3 years is a long time. It really is, especially in today's like climate. It's like that is a long time for exclusivity rights. It's like I don't understand why Sony can't make a first party shooter to compete with Call of Duty. Like, was it really that hard? I mean, jeez. Microsoft had their own first person shooter with Halo. That's what they're famous for. It's like, really, Sony can't resurrect Killzone or resurrect what was the other one? Resistance series to compete with Call of Duty or make your SOCOM game again. I'm just not feeling how he's just giving up. He's just waving the white flag at this point. He's just completely giving up. He just says, hey, Call of Duty is the end all be all. It's just wild. Finding out the biggest third party publisher is in and of itself inadequate on many levels. Phil needs to put down Daddy Microsoft's wallet and create something himself for once. What? So just let PlayStation just steamroll Xbox like it's been doing for the last generation. Just let that continue, huh? It just doesn't make any sense. 3 years, take it or leave it. Simple. I knew by 2028 they're trying to take it away from PlayStation. You know how long that is from now? And people really complain about that. Like, it's supposed to be multi-platform forever. Like, they can't change it after a while. Like, jeez. Cap harder, Jim Ryan. He's so mad that he won't have the series that saves PlayStation. Yeah, it's inadequate. It's going exclusive day one. Thanks, Jim. Boo hoo. What leverage does Sony have here? Just take the L. Yeah, they really need. He just needs to take the L at this point. Like, geez, this is getting embarrassing. This is really getting embarrassing at this point. Destiny probably isn't going to be big enough to blow to Microsoft, but if I were them, I'd make Bungie's next game not come to Xbox or at least have PlayStation exclusive content. And Microsoft starts putting Call of Duty on PlayStation. You know. Jimbo is getting greedy. Go for it, Jim. No matter what you want, Phil Spencer will give it to you. Okay. But them literally blocking every single third-party franchise they could from coming to Xbox is totally okay. I don't understand how that logic just makes sense. So Sony is completely fine for Sony to block all these third-party games going to Xbox, but you know, Call of Duty might be an Xbox exclusive is a big concern now. That's the biggest problem now. Like, really? Jim Ryan has zero leverage here. Phil is already being generous. 3 years is enough time to get your own shooters ready. Yeah, that's a plenty of time right there. It's like they need to invest in their own properties at this point. Like, they got a whole bunch of FPS games they can make, FPS titles or franchises they can make and be bigger than Call of Duty. They just don't want to try. They just don't want to bring those games back. Let's go. Phil Spencer is playing chess. Speaking like a true champ, Jimbo, keep abusing that market position without offering anything to compensate like you've been doing so far. Sure, that'll get you far. And people keep saying this is the same. Xbox has no games. It's the same generation. This is clearly proven that this is not the same generation. You have never seen these Sony executives be outspoken like this, just completely just whining about what the competition is doing at this point. I don't think I've ever seen the last generation or even the previous generation. It's like, this is a whole different monster right here with Xbox this generation. PlayStation is lucky to get anything. Microsoft is the only one buying Activision Blizzard, not Sony. Take Call of Duty off PlayStation, I'll be happy. The same way he didn't let us have Final Fantasy VII was inadequate. Yeah, just ridiculous. As soon as they started putting Final Fantasy games on Xbox, they took away the remake, the Final Fantasy VII remake, a big title people wanted to play on their platform of choice, but you couldn't get that. We couldn't get that option, so I think it's just karma. The Call of Duty might not be on PlayStation any longer. I think it just fits just right at that point. Good on him for calling Spencer out. I mean, Spencer acted all high and mighty, saying on record that we plan on launching Call of Duty on PlayStation once the deal goes through, but only confirming a 3-year deal in writing. Yeah, that is plenty of time. What are they whining about this for, bro? 3 years is plenty of time. Bro, they wanted to be like 10 years or something? Like, what's the deal here? It's just getting ridiculous. PlayStation feels so entitled. LMFAO, they're lucky to continue getting Call of Duty at all, crying over 3 years. Yeah. They're honestly just lucky to continue to be getting that. They just don't make all those games just be exclusive. But I get it. They're trying to appeal to the FTC to make it so they're not doing a monopoly. But Microsoft should have been cutthroat, just made that exclusive, make it exclusive to begin with. But I know they can't. But they should have did it to begin with. I don't see Sony putting these big third-party games on Xbox. I don't see them putting Final Fantasy or Spider-Man on Xbox, so it's like it is what it is at this point. Jim should feel lucky they offered at all. Enough time for Sony to make their own IPs, bring back Killzone and Resistance, or even SOCOM. Yeah, your fan base wants these back, bring them back, then they get people Call of Duty. I mean, that's all there is to it. Like, you want to get people Call of Duty, bring your own FPS to the market again. I remember when Call of Duty first was home on Xbox and moved to PS4 as its new home. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did Microsoft be about it? No. Yeah, they weren't complaining like how this guy is right now. Wow, Microsoft was actually trying to bury PlayStation. Holy S. This is the equivalent of an OP anime villain saying, don't worry, I'll remember to keep you around to toy with you a while before your funeral. Yeah, Microsoft is not playing around this generation. Hey Sony, why did it take like 6 years for Persona 5 to hit other platforms? That is kind of true. Why was that game just stuck on PS5 for a while? Um, Even though it's kind of more on Alice too, but it's kind of like, why was that game just stuck on PlayStation for a while? And it's just now hitting other platforms. I kind of wish PlayStation had a more go on them attitude, but I get it. It's kind of bizarre though. If Sony bought them, you know damn well that gen would be exclusive. That is the main thing. If Sony was in a position to buy Call of Duty, there would be no years of exclusivity. It would be no years of multi-platform. It'd be extremely exclusive from the get-go. So I don't know what's this whining about. Like honestly, I don't know why the expectation from Microsoft isn't the same. Cool story, Jim. Well, let's talk about Final Fantasy for a second. Yeah, one of the biggest third-party games not coming to Xbox, but he wants to whine about Call of Duty. Um, Jim Ryan crying like all the PlayStation fanboys do daily, while keeping Final Fantasy hostage from Xbox. Double standards there, and the people licking his dirty boot. Or even the deals of them keeping games off Xbox Game Pass specifically. Like that's some shady stuff too. Like, but we want to mention that though. Sony honestly needs to start branching out with their own IPs after Microsoft starts releasing exclusive games from Bethesda and Activision. They keep relying on mostly the sell kind of games. There are lots of dead IPs. They should be brought back from them. Okay. That's more transparent than the time that Final Fantasy VII will remain as a PlayStation Time exclusive, which is unknown. Yeah, what with that game? That game was supposed to be on Xbox eventually, and they just stopped it. I thought like it was supposed to come on Xbox after 1 year. Then they released that DLC with Yuki, whatever the one character was. I forgot the character's name is, but once they released that DLC, it's like no more news back, no more rumors about it coming to Xbox after that. So it's like Jim Ryan really ain't in a position to talk about what's fair with these exclusive titles. Phil Spencer told Jim Ryan, y'all got about 5 more Call of Duty games to get y'all act together and then we out. Good luck. Okay. Some Sony fans are crying as they say they are market leaders because of their exclusives, but now they want Call of Duty. Phil to Jim, you may not like it, but accept it. Okay. Glad to see Jim Ryan actively commenting on this. While I couldn't care less about modern Call of Duty, it's clear that Microsoft is trying to buy themselves more market and mindshare in a matter that would be deemed anti-competitive if it was almost any other company, and Phil is. Okay. F that console where else, I just want Bobby gone. I don't care if Phil or Jim cop, y'all lost. Ponies are quiet as F today. Yeah, they see the CEO whining about this deal. I'll be quiet too. I wouldn't say a word about this as well. Jim Ryan with the crime, bro. When is he gonna stop? Who knows at this point? Like it's getting pathetic at this point. It's like you got first party exclusives. It's like they supposed to be the market leader, but they're not acting like the market leader at this point. They really aren't. Sony fanboys in the comments are seething. They may lose their precious Call of Duty. You clowns are lucky he's keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 3 years after the agreement. Phil Spencer should immediately put it exclusive to Xbox as soon as the deal is gone. Imagine crying about Call of Duty in 2022. And man, ironic coming from the same Jim Ryan that's overcharging their games and consoles. Yeah. This is wild. But this is very entertaining though, so I might conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about Jim Ryan's recent statements. Apparently Call of Duty being on the platform for like 3 years is unfair in his opinion. Definitely want to see your thoughts about that. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.